Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about Big Brother Naija, the Pepper Dem season 4. And I'm going to be talking about a couple of housemates in particular, Mike, Tasha, Khafi, Mercy. Okay, so let me just give you a quick backstory. Tasha is kind of like an internet sensation. She has quite a huge following on Instagram, and she's known for dancing on Instagram with her videos, driving traffic, creating content, and she also has her platform which is called Everything Tasha. She sells like slippers, she sells bangles, bracelets, and she also promotes other brands, and it's doing really well actually. She's quite a entrepreneur because she's found a way at her age to create a platform for herself where she can promote herself and make money on the side. Mike is an athlete. He once represented the United Kingdom in the Olympics, and um Mercy, I think Mercy owned a salon or a boutique before she came to Big Brother Naija. But nothing is really known about Mercy like that until she came here. I think she did a couple of videos like Video Vixen, stuff like that. And she's also obviously famous for her body because she got her ass done, and she's gorgeous. She really is a pretty lady. Now to the matter at hand. So, in case you're watching, today they had this Pure Bliss challenge, and they went to the arena, and each housemate was asked to come to the podium and read a script from a paper, and do what the paper tells them to do. So, after the whole challenge, Big Brother announced that they're all winners, and it's not just one person that is winning this; everybody's a winner. So they all had dinner, they had a buffet, and it was really nice. Now, before they had dinner, Big Brother gave them an hour to freshen up and get prepared for the dinner. And Mike was in the dressing room, and he said this to Khafi, tell your friend to top up. And he made these hand gestures towards his underarms, his armpits. And he told Kathy that you know who I'm talking about, but Kathy kind of had this whole black expression on her face, like she didn't know what Mike was talking about. But she later nodded her head and said yes. Then Ike was laughing like, oh my god. He was laughing about the situation, like he knows what they're talking about. Then Mike said, if someone is musking the house, we should just tell them. We shouldn't make it a big deal. Then Omoshala was laughing about it. Then Mike said, did you catch that? Then Omoshala was like, yeah, trying to second what Mike said. Also, Diane chipped in, and Eluzunam chipped in as well. They're all laughing, giggling about it. So, Kathy, who is Tasha's friend, didn't mention any of this to Tasha. But I would also like to point out that Mike didn't mention Tasha by name. We're just assuming it's Tasha because Kathy is the closest friend to Tasha in the house, and I think Kathy is her friend. You know what I mean? So everybody just assumed that it was Tasha. And another reason why people assumed it was Tasha is because a previous housemate, Ella, told another housemate, Kimopra, that Tasha has body odor. And when they came out, they said it in an interview. And people didn't really believe them because obviously they had kind of like a vendetta against Tasha because she's kind of like the most talked about housemate in the Big Brother house this season. But later on, Isulamo, who is another housemate, came out and said that it's not true, that Tasha is clean. So that kind of shut down all the rumors about that. But this statement that Mike made kind of brought the whole issue up again. And what I like to say is, if this is true, I don't think Mike, as a man like he is married and he's well brought up, was supposed to say that in the dressing room in the midst of everybody in a passive aggressive way, because this show, millions and millions of people are watching it. And saying someone has body odor can really demean their character. So the fact that he could even call Khafi to the side or talk to Khafi privately about it was just wrong. I feel like it was just unfair to Tacha. And another thing is, all the other housemates who were chiming in and giggling and laughing about it as well. I feel it was very immature. I understand that, Tasha is very hard to deal with, and, she's a huge character. And I don't really agree with everything she does, but at the same time, we're all human. Each and every housemate has their own flaws. But I don't think, they should be laughed at and put down because of that. And Tasha does really, get a lot of hate. Everything about her, people like to put her down, people like to assassinate her character. It's kind of like a thing in the Nigerian culture and in our society. And I think it's very, very sad that when we see a woman, in a position like Tacha is, we scrutinize her every move and we hold her to account more than we hold every other housemate in the Big Brother season, you know. So Mercy, later on, Mercy was, getting her makeup done, and she mentioned that, oh, she said this, and I quote, Mike told her now, and she brushed him off, in a joking way. Then she also said, if you're a girl or you're a guy and you're using cream, you have to make sure you use a strong deodorant. And Fraud and Omoshala also, you know, chimed in as well. I don't know if it was Tasha she was talking about, but it seems like Tasha, it's just logical. But, we never know. I feel like that as well as a lady, as a woman. I feel like, Mercy could have called Tasha to the side and spoken to her about it. Talking about it to the guys and laughing about it is just so sad. And as Nigerians, we have this what will I call it, way of laughing at people when they are down and kicking them when they are down and trying to bring out the worst in them. And Tacha is just a huge example of that. Another thing I'd like to point out is the fact that ever since Khafi, Mike told Khafi about this, she has been distancing herself from Tacha. During the dinner, Tasha left the seat for her and she didn't even sit on that table. She went to another table. And ever since they spoke about this, she hasn't been with Tasha, you know. But my dad is her friend. They always do everything together. When Tasha was Kathy was up for eviction last Sunday, Tasha supported her and was, hyping her up and boosting her confidence. But now that, this is happening, you know, Kathy is not returning the favor, you know. And I know a lot of people are saying that Kathy is scared of Tasha, but I feel like as a friend, when something like that is said about you, something as demeaning and as degrading as that is, you find a way to talk to me about it, you know? It's just that's just what you're meant to do, especially as a woman, especially as a woman. And it's crazy that everybody's so quick to say bad things about her. And, they have a right to, because Tasha, when she does her makeup, we never see her go to the shower to wash her face. She's always using wipes. But at the same time, you never know. She might not be like the rest of the housemate, where when they have their bath, they all gather in the dressing room and they all put on their, cream and freshen up all together. She's a really private person. You hardly even see her in the dressing room. I feel like she just goes in there, does what she needs to do, and goes out, you know? Because you hardly see her. As soon as she wakes up, she has a shower and she's up and running, you know? I don't think she really wants to sit around, lounge around, sit in front of the dressing room and do all that stuff that we see Mercy doing and the rest of the other females. She just goes in, takes a shower, comes out, and is back to her bed. She doesn't really mingle like that. So I think it's very sad that people are just quick to jump and say, oh, this about her and this about her and this about her, because at the end of the day, we're not perfect. We're not perfect. So why is it that we have to put her down so bad? We want to see her fail so bad, you know and the crazy thing is, after the whole pure bliss challenge, Omoshila came to hug Tasha, you know and during the kiss kill and marry game they were playing, um Shay said he would kiss Tasha. So if she has body odor and if she stinks, quote unquote, this bad, would you want to do that? Do you understand? Let's just think about it from a logical perspective, because Shay really liked her. And before they had this their fight, they used to be together all the time. We'll see them in the garden. We'll see Shay hugging her, holding her, and stuff like that. And why is it that it is now when Mike, Tasha, Shay, and Khafi, they're up for eviction, that's when Mike knows that, oh, she stinks. You know, her body odor is not nice or something like that. Why is it now? And the thing is, Mike kind of puts out this, classic man facade. I'm not saying he's not a good guy. He is. He seems like a very well brought up young man. But at the same time, we don't scrutinize Mike the way we scrutinize all the other housemates. We always think he's the best and he's the nicest and he can do no wrong, which is not true. Because, Mike has a way of insulting people nicely. And Fraud also mentioned that. Fraud mentioned that as well. That Mike always like insults you to your face, but does it in a very polite manner. And I've noticed that about Mike as well. He's very, he's a very smart man, and he's sneaky in a way, you know. He really is. But, it's just crazy to me that, Khafi, that is her friend as well, still hasn't said anything to her about it. And everybody is saying Khafi is scared of Tasha. I don't believe that. When something like this, as degrading and as demeaning and as hurtful as this thing is, this statement that someone stinks and someone has body odor or hygiene issues, especially a woman. And you know how we Nigerians are. Oh, if we hear that, oh, you're cancelled, that is it for you. You know what I mean? But the reason why I'm second guessing this, she might not be the cleanest housemate. She might be lazy, like you guys say in the comments. I get that. And doesn't take off her makeup. But I feel like, she'll grow, she'll learn, she'll take better care of herself. But let's not point the finger. Let's not, you know, be so quick to put her down. She has already gone through so much in this show already, you know. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Our society is what our society is. So I guess, she's gonna have to take it like a pro. But even though Tasha likes to act like she's strong, and I know she is, but this kind of thing, when she hears it, she's gonna be really sad about it. She really is, because it assassinates her character. Period. I can't stress that enough. Mike also mentioned that he spoke to her earlier, but you know, Mercy said she heard when Mike told her. But obviously, if you tell someone something as sensitive as that and you say it where people are, I'm going to second guess your motives. You know what I mean? I'm going to think, why is this guy saying this right now? Even though it's true, but your approach and where you say it, speaks volumes. You know what I mean? And the fact that Mike brought it up in front of so many housemates is just beyond me. But anyways, guys, let me know how you feel about the story. Let me know what you think, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.